With this being the second part of my beginner tips for Undermine, I think we're all starting to realize how many hidden gameplay mechanics Undermine is hiding away. So today we're going to explore even more. Hi, I'm Epokk and welcome to my second part of Undermine beginner tips. Undermine is a roguelike game, so upgrades are a huge part of the game. Now, I haven't encountered a bad one so far, but between all those damage increase upgrades, some quality of life upgrades sometimes are overlooked. Let's talk about an obvious one and how it works. The gold sack is the reason, so when you die you actually keep 50% of the gold you had on your demise. Now every time you buy an upgrade for the gold sack you keep 5% more than before. So if you buy every upgrade you can keep up to 95% of your gold. So basically you're investing gold to keep more gold when you die. That's a pretty great investment if you ask me. And by the way, if you want to know how much you'll keep on your debt, just check out your equipment tab, because there's no need to pull out your calculator. In addition about quality of life upgrades, let's talk about the GECKO'S foot. Now in my last video I talked about the filzers, which are basically little slime thieves. Now to be able to pick up your gold up a little bit quicker, buy the Gecko foot upgrade from Arcanus the wizard. That way you can throw your pickaxe at some gold and it'll automatically pick it up before all those little gold grubbing slimes can get to it. PS, it also works on, for example, keys and bombs. When you encounter some skeletons of unfortunate souls who met their early end, just like you will eventually, be sure to check them out. They might have some useful items or gold on them, and also be sure to destroy them afterwards, because you may never know what they are hiding away behind their funny bone. When you start encountering more diverse enemies, you need to start prioritizing who you will focus on killing first. Now at the start it's basically the weak ranged damage dealer from far, but later on you're better off to focus on killing the healer first, with as a close second the magic user in the back that summons more monsters for you to kill. This may seem like a tip that is useful in most games, but it'll make a major difference in Undermine. Sometimes you come across these kinds of crystals. Now they come either in light blue or in orange. Now when the orange one, which is called Seartooth, stands in an oil spot, it'll light the oil on fire. Now the blue one, called Electro Rock, when spawned in a pool of water, will electrify it. But did you know that if you destroy them, it will actually imbue your pickaxe with some corresponding elemental damage? Now for example, if you destroy the Electro Rock, hitting enemies will cause them some lightning damage between enemies. Seartooth, on the other hand, will ignite them, causing them to take burning damage over time. Now the extra damage is very nice, but you can also use the Seartooth effect, so you can light torches to find some hidden chests or cook your food to increase its effect just by hitting it. Sometimes by destroying rocks, either by bombs or enemy attacks, you can find a hidden staircase. It'll lead to a secret room called the CRAWLSPACE, which may house some blessings, curses or other treasures. Now there is one of these hidden away on every floor, and it will always be under a regular rock, never one that has some gold on it. Now these CRAWLSPACEs may not seem that interesting at first, but they may also contain some hidden away NPCs, so just be sure to go look for them anyway. And as we're talking about NPCs, these can be a major help to you. Focus on locking as many of them as fast as possible, because they offer some major upgrades for your bombs, potions or just a dungeon shop. They can even give you access to fast travel between sections of the dungeon or new familiars with cool new abilities. My next video I'll publish will be a complete guide on how to unlock them all, so be sure to check it out because they are really worth it. In my first part of the beginner tips video for Undermine, I was telling that cursed chests aren't worth it because you always get a curse from them. But that's only when you start out. Now there are some rewards that are so good that they are worth bearing some curses. At random times when you find the exit portal to the next level, you may find it transformed into something that resembles what I would call a demon gate. Now if you go through it, you'll find an NPC called Shogun who trades legendary relics for curses. You can only choose one of the relics he offers and he'll destroy the other one. In addition, there are also some relics like the Doom Blade or Twisted Blade, which will increase your stats depending on the number of curses you bear. But just in case you get one of the really bad ones out of the 30 different kinds of curses, you can always lose them by using certain potions, talismans or just praying at an altar. So what I'm basically saying in this tip is sometimes it's worth taking on a curse. Not all relics are that great. Now for example, the battle axe increases the size of your swing area, but it also reduces the base damage of your swing attack. The galoshes boot will actually let you walk and jump on oil spots, which helps in a major way, but every time you land after a jump you'll drop an oil spot which can easily catch on fire. The Tsar Bomba relic, for example, gives you the chance to get more bombs when you kill an enemy with it, but it decreases your attack moves with your pickaxe. Most relics are great, but some are not as great as the others unless you have a certain strategy in mind. And that was basically my last tip. Now be sure to check out my first video because this one is basically a second chapter for that one. You can find a link to it in the description down below. And by the way, if you like this video, be sure to give the video a thumbs up so other people can find it too. And if you want more content like this one, be sure to subscribe because I'm constantly making guides for indie games. I want to thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!